Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoires. Welcome back to Pagan Tales. Today we are looking at Helios, god of the sun, coming to us from the Greeks. He is a second-generation Titan. His father was the Titan Hyperion, and his mother was the Titaness Theia. He had two sisters, Selene, goddess of the moon, and Eos, goddess of the dawn. He had a wide variety of wives and consorts. Selene, Perse, Cyclamene, Rhode, Clytie, Leucothea, and along with others. It does seem whenever I was looking at his family tree, once we got into the issue of wives, consorts, mistresses, children, there was a certain point at which all the researchers just kind of gave up and like, these are the ones we know for sure, and it could be more for all we know. So let's take that into account if you're doing some independent research on this particular deity yourself. Speaking of his children, he had the Charities, Phaethon, the Hore, Pasiphae, Circe, Attis, Hylides, and again, possibly many, many more. So he certainly got around, didn't he? So let's talk about Helios and the all-seeing eye. Panopotes is a common epithet that was applied to Helios, and it literally means all-seeing. And the ancient Greeks did believe that Helios could see everything that occurred in both heaven and on earth. Some mythological examples of this would be Hades spiriting Persephone away to the underworld, and the affair between Aphrodite and Ares. It was Helios who brought that to other people's attention that these things had taken place. He was seen as someone who would be a very good friend to have and a friend you would want, but it was very much in your interest not to have him as your enemy because he could see what you were up to and there was just no hiding from him. So daily, in the mythos, Helios drives his mighty chariot across the sky. He's led by 4 horses. I believe they're considered to be white horses, just kind of glistening and reflecting all that light of the sun. And the names of the horses was Atheon, Pyrios, Phelion, and Eos. At the end of his journey of each day, Helios hides behind a golden cup that falls to the earth. And then at dawn and dusk, for these transition time, Eos, his sister, paints the sky for those, transitions. And then Selene, of course, presides over the night. And together, this trio manage the daily progression of time. So we can see how important they were to the overall cosmology and worldview of the ancient Greeks. So let's talk about some correspondences and offerings that you might keep in mind if you decide to work with Helios himself. His chief symbol is, of course, the sun. The zodiac sign is Leo. The day is Sunday. Celebrations would be all solar-related holidays. Trees, the laurel tree, specifically bay laurel, and then oak. The flower is the heliotrope. The resin, which comes from a tree, is frankincense. Gemstone is golden beryl. Metals, brass and gold for obvious reasons. And animals he's associated with are the ox, white horses, lions, the rooster, and crocodiles. So you have quite a few things to work with if you're wanting to work with him yourself and maybe want to have a place for him on your altar. You have a lot of things that would speak directly to him to choose from. Now for offerings, it is known that he likes red wine, olive oil, water, honey, milk, any kind of meat, honey cakes, bread, fruit, rooster feathers, horse statues, especially if they happen to be white horses, and all sorts of flowers. So that is a little taste of the god Helios. Let me know what you thought about all this, and if you have had personal experiences with this deity yourself, I would love to hear about that in the comments. So I look forward to reading what you have to say. But that'll do it for now. Come back next week when we talk about the god Ra, and see you guys next time. Bye.